Hey, I've had a lot of New Year's, and New Year's resolutions are interesting. There's a couple of things I picked up that have helped me as year by year I develop new goals and all this other stuff, which everybody's kind of doing. So I want to share a couple of them with you. Some of them seem counterintuitive. Whatever we do, as far as improvement, it's going to entail the word habit. Now, our impression of habit is just do it, do it, do it, do it. Actually, what I found out and what has helped me is that habits are a three-way deal. There's three things that have to happen to actually entrench a habit. First, you got to have a signal. Then you got to have action. Then you have to have a reward. Now, again, the reward thing seems counterintuitive, but I'll explain why it works, okay? Boom. First part, signal. Like when a dog sees a leash, okay? Let's say you're going to start a running program, right? Dog sees a leash, you put your sneakers where you can't miss them on that chair. That's your signal. Then your action is actually to go out and run, whatever. Should be small amounts. Again, we got to micro this thing, okay? But your reward is, let's say you love English muffins and you're trying to get away from English muffins, whatever. No, your reward is an English muffin, okay? Now, how does the English muffin help you to entrench the habit of running? This is how it works. It's called a neurological loop, okay? And as I say, it takes three things, all right? The signal, the action, and the reward. You do something with those three things for maybe 30, 40 days, whatever. You will notice you don't need the reward, or you could do without it. Because what that reward has done, it has made you put the sneakers on and get out on the roads on a consistent basis, okay? So you have entrenched a habit with the help of a dopamine hit. You will notice you can release that hit at the proper time. You will feel entrenched. You will know the moment, okay? The second little thing that I noticed through the years that I like to share with people, because it's all about sustainability, okay? And everything's about truth. You have to eventually learn to train alone, okay? What happens is a lot of times, and we do need, you know, trainers in the beginning to show you how to do things and all these different things, okay? But what you don't get after a while is you're not training the part of your brain that makes it happen yourself. In a very deep subconscious level, you're beginning to depend on a trainer, okay? When in fact, you have to learn how to depend on yourself if you're going to go the distance. So there's a proper time for instruction and there's a proper time for having a trainer, but in your brain you have to know when to cut the umbilical cord. You have to know, hey, I have to do it myself. I no longer can be dependent on another person saying you have to be here or revving me up or doing whatever. That's a very important part for people who want to go the distance, okay? The third thing that through the years I've learned, okay, I come from a long line of people that are in that club that the main thing is one day at a time, okay? That club says it all about how to live life and how to progress on things that you're trying to accomplish. If you take your training and you look at it as one day at a time, and you don't judge performance, you don't judge anything. All you judge is, yes, I did show up for training and I did train. That happened today. Tomorrow is a different day. I'm going to attempt to do the same thing. Don't put yourself in a spot where you're saying, I got to do this for a year. No, you go one day at a time, okay? You learn how to do it alone, okay? And you work the neurological loop that entrenches habits with its counterintuitive message for a certain amount of time. And then you let that dopamine hit, you let it go, because the other two parts of the habit, the signal and the action, you will have done 30 or 40 times and you will realize you don't need it. So, like everything else in life, there's little secrets, and we want to make it as doable as possible, because I'll tell you, you get by the 6-month mark, you get by that, there's no stopping you. Because at the 6-month mark, you have experienced what everybody else has been saying, oh, it's great, it's great. And until you're in reasonable condition, you really don't understand what they're talking about. There was a guy on Instagram, I forget his name, but he had a quote from the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. And it kind of sums it up. It says, those that were seen dancing were judged to be insane by the people who couldn't hear the music. You get to 6 months, you will start hearing the music. Good to see you.